Charleston White versus Math Hoffa. I think this is definitely going to be a shorter topic. Um, what lane do we go down with this one? So one of Math's recent complaints towards Charleston White, I seen Math on Vlad. Shout out to Math as always. That's my guy. Math is one of the few people that I fuck with past battle rap and from battle rap. You know, like that's my nigga. Shout out to Math. Shout out to Vlad with the continued dope platform. We get some of the best content from Vlad's channel and the interviews that he brings us and the people that he brings us. Shout out to Saigon. I seen Saigon up there with him. Shout out to Havoc. You know, two hip hop legends there as well. You know what I'm saying? Who the fuck don't got Saigon music? Pain in My Life. 3-letter. You know Pain in My Life? Can you freestyle off the head the way that I am when we talk about people like this? You know Pain in My Life, right? 3-letter. I don't know who the fuck you think you're dealing with. And shout out to Havoc, of course. We ain't never gonna waste time explaining who the fuck Havoc is. So yeah, we see Math up there, you know, addressing Charleston White, saying that recently Charleston White came out and you know, just spoke on Math's daughter, like this daughter. I seen Math tweet about it. You know, are we respecting the back in this pedophile? He puts up a picture of Charleston White. I seen a recent Charleston White. I think it was a live that he did. He was in his car, and he just goes off. He's just in his car screaming, and he's just saying the most outlandish stuff. Now, back when he said outlandish shit, like I guess he says shit like, you know, F Nipsey Hussle, and he has the whole storyline that he's been trying to pitch that I don't never follow the character Nipsey Hussle. I followed the real man. I'm the real man. That's who they spoke about at his funeral. You know what I'm saying? Or when he's gone at you know, like let's say certain gangs or whatever, saying that, you know, what they do to the community and this and that, whatever. He's early on, he put a lot of logic in his shit. And I think that's what really catapulted him. You know what I'm saying? I think that was early on my intrigue with him as well, is that we knew that he had a character side to him. We knew that he had this side to him where it's just like, all right, he's doing that for the camera. He's doing that to get booked. He's doing that to stay relevant. He's doing that for the algorithms. We saw that early on. Like, who didn't? But the good thing about Charleston White early on is he was mixing in a lot of good, positive gems. He was doing a lot of sorry it's true shit. You know what I'm saying? Like when you speak about things that people don't want to speak about, like let's say, for example, and rest in peace, King Von. I would never disrespect that man's legend either. I know he's a very beloved person. But Charleston White, I just want to use an example of like somebody that the hip hop community holds up and give an example of what Charleston White did and the things that he said that nobody else would say. All right. Charleston White was a guy early on that would come out and say, you know, King Von is a murderer. He's a murder. He murdered X amount of people. He did this. And even after he started rapping, he was still living this type of lifestyle. And, you know, we've seen how many joints come out after that, you know, from I think the state police or whatever, or it could have been fed claims or news that came out, headlines that came out that, you know, he was a suspect in certain murders that he came into after he passed away. So you got a lot of people that say, I've seen on academics, like, yo, if King Von was alive, he'd be in jail or he'd be fighting major cases right now, one or the other. You know what I'm saying? So the lifestyle of King Von, somebody like a Charleston White was coming out and saying like, y'all praise him. Y'all praise that, a murderer, somebody that is doing this to the community and well, and then you got the street side of it where we would say that's the lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the lifestyle that they chose. Shout out to Mayben Media. I'll get to that in a second. Multimedia. Appreciate the super chat, homie. So some people would justify it and say that's the lifestyle. You know, like I guess they would be mad at King Von if he was, you know, just out here doing shit to innocent people. But they like, you know, the shit that he's allegedly getting involved with is people that's in that lifestyle, other gangbangers and other people of a certain other possible murderers and shooters and extort, all that type of shit, right? So you pick what side of the gate you stand on. But Charleston White was the person that wasn't scared to come out and take those positions and say like, yo, why y'all supporting that? Why y'all supporting this? He was very, very pro cleaning up the community. He was very, very pro not breaking the law. He was very, very pro let's not gangbang on each other. He was very, very pro let's not kill each other. How many times did he say shit like that? Like, I've never drew my gun or try to kill a black man. But so those kind of gems that was mixed in there carried a certain level of respect, but he was wrapping them with shit that people would be very, very scared to say. So he took off. The gems was there and the shock jock shit was there. Fast forward, what we're getting now is no gems. Oh no, it was this hand. No gems. We're only getting the shock jock shit now. So the video that I seen of him in the car the other day, he's sitting there, he's screaming, F Biggie Smalls and F New York, all y'all can SMD, all y'all, F Faith Evans, F Jay-Z. And it's just like, is there somebody in the world that has a reason to say F Jay-Z? I'm sure there is. There's somebody in the world that didn't get along with Biggie Smalls. I'm sure there is. You know what I'm saying? Is there somebody in the world that came to New York and had a horrible experience and says, I'm never going back there? F New York. Of course there is. Right? But him to just go down the line like that with none of these his own personal reasons or explanation of why he's saying these things, it's just full shock jock mode. And I honestly feel like even he knows that. I feel like Charleston White knows that his bookings, his relevance, his peaks of being talked about and everybody speaking about him, it comes from the outlandish shit. It comes from the shock jock shit. It comes from saying the wild shit. It comes from doing the wild shit. You know what I'm saying? Because somebody like Charleston White, who isn't really displaying another talent that we can, I guess, get behind and he can monetize for a long term, it's not really there. His main talent is his gift of gab, the way that he talks, right? That's his main talent. But the things that he's talking about and the way that his brain works, it's not easy to get behind it. Like somebody like him doesn't get major sponsorships. Somebody like him doesn't land major TV shows because he's too controversial. People won't touch him. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't end up on the Breakfast Club if you're running around saying F Jay-Z and F Biggie Smalls in New York SMD. So he's already put all these ceilings above him because he's almost stupid enough to really kind of bring down the type of money that he can make. I don't know if he realizes that. Maybe he feels like I was living at this threshold and then I started talking reckless and I got some shows booked. I got more views on the YouTube channel. I got a couple more pennies here and there. You know what I'm saying? And it's probably still double, triple, quadruple what he was making, right? So maybe for him, that's great. But the way that you got to here was by putting a ceiling right here. And there's all this money up here. Once you crack through, you become a celebrity and you become famous. When the whole world knows you and you got all this room to bring your talking talents to, start a TV network, start a TV show. These are the people that would co-sign and be able to give you or put you in these positions, and nobody's going to touch you. Out of alliances, out of sensitivity. The world is sensitive right now. Nobody's going to touch them. So some of his ceilings is getting booked by some of these smaller YouTube channels or these DJs that just want to get some content out of them, right? That's one of his ceilings. Another one is if he's going live and maybe he could sell a t-shirt or two to his diehard faithfuls or some merch to his faithfuls. Another ceiling is like a YouTube channel where he could monetize some ads or whatever. But he's put these ceilings above him. He's burned all these bridges. And when you go all shock mode like that, it's so easy to see. And I think that's why even somebody like Math, like he didn't seem irate about it. Like, yo, this guy mentioned my daughter. I feel like there's a lot of fathers in this world that see red if somebody mentions their son or their daughter. Math's reaction almost seemed like he was almost like, it's disgusting. I feel like he's a clown. I feel like y'all are all bugged out if you support him, but this is expected. And that should be the tone for Charleston White. It is expected at this point. He's going full shock jock mode. I can't even believe that he stands on his gems anymore. That's what he's giving away. The gems that we felt that we was getting from him was just like, yo, he's actually trying to carry a message that a lot of people don't want to say, that could actually help us. And he went down this other lane with it. Too much of just getting relishing in the fact that he gets talked about, or people, or T.I. responds to me. I got T.I. responding to me. So who's next for me to fucking curse out and say fuck your kids? Who? Oh, Math. That's what it is. That's what it was. You know what I'm saying? So I think he put himself in a position where I'm sure he's going to do things or have certain interviews with certain topics where we're going to click play and say, oh, let's see what Charleston White's opinion on this is. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's going to happen. But he can't return from where he put himself. He can't return to a point of getting the coach's true support and breaking back, having an ability to possibly break through some of these ceilings now. That's gone. That's done. You know what I'm saying? And deservingly so. So I think Math handled it well. You don't have to go crazy on somebody like a Charleston White, because the whole world knows what he's doing at this point.